Yes, everybody, Cork in the North podcast, thanks so much for being here as always. Before we crack on with today's episodes, I want to talk to you a little bit about the merchandise that we have, T-shirts and mugs. You can get a T-shirt, you can get a mug. You know, just click the link. Just click the link and buy some stuff. Helps the podcast out, right? We give you these for free every Thursday, 6 o'clock, for a bit of crack and a bit of fun between me and Aaron or whoever else is on with me. And if you listen in, we really do appreciate it. We know... we have some very, very loyal people. So if you want to support us, buy a bit of merch or sign up to the Patreon, which is £3 extra a month for 3 extra episodes. You can get a discount on the merch as well if you go to the top tier, which is the £5 tier. And also, my comedy special will be released on Patreon first for a month. And that's going to be out in a couple of weeks. So the patrons get first dibs on that. And if you want to sign up, you can pay £3 to watch the special, get a few stuff on discounts, whatever you want, and then cancel. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a way around all these things. But if you do like the podcast and you have been supporting us for 6 months, 8 months, a month, whatever, and you go, you know what, I listen to these guys on a Thursday at 6 o'clock. It's all free. We'd really appreciate it if you could, you know, support the podcast and join the Patreon. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the episode. So yeah, please do support us. It helps us basically keep this going. All right, because people need to be paid. Sean, the producer, gets paid. I don't get paid. I get paid a fucking penny. I've lost loads of money in this. The guests don't get paid, but we have to pay for studio, for cameras, for lighting, and all that kind of stuff. See what happens when you don't support. See, the lights went off there now. That's what happens when people don't support. So we're treading water here, lads. We're the Titanic, and we can see the iceberg, and we need help to divert. Okay, thanks very much. I hate all this. But anyway, buy some merch, sign up to the Patreon, and subscribe to the YouTube. Oh, Jesus. Aaron Butler has joined me. I've done an intro already, Aaron.
What?
Pre-recorded before you.
I'm way home. You don't even need me here anymore.
Anyway, listen, everybody. Thanks. Hope you're all doing well. Aaron, not seen you for a wee bit. I've been on holiday. I was on holiday last week.
Congratulations.
I was in Scotland.
You need it, don't you?
You need it.
You need it.
You need it.
You have to clear the old head. I mean, I wouldn't have went to Scotland, but you're going on holiday again in September, aren't you?
I'm going at the end of September. I'm going to Rhodes in Greece.
See, that's the real holiday to me.
Oh, that's where we have booked a suite with a private villa, with a private pool.
That's nice. Yeah,
so we've got a villa, like. You know
that's the real holiday. This is more like, but this is still a holiday, but it's Scotland.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Was it all right?
Scotland is an amazing...
By the way, see, before we start there, I turned to this T-shirt, and I haven't seen this T-shirt here before. I genuinely thought that was a Sinn Féin logo. Well, no, in my head.
That's the merch, actually.
In my head, I was like, is he supporting the group of the boys?
I'm telling you.
Is he working on the inside?
I am fucking...
Well, the outside.
I've left the Alliance Party, and I've joined Sinn Féin.
Once we get Michelle on, that's when we'll
She's
turn.
not coming.
Never?
No, it's not happening.
Have you been sent a cease and desist letter from her team?
I have been kind of notified that it will never happen.
Never? Wow. It's bad crack when you get the never, isn't it? Yeah.
It's
like a girl in your school that says, I'm never going to date you.
I contacted her PA.
The ombudsman?
I contacted her PA.
Yeah.
Her PA responded.
Saying, please stop?
No, said, I will bring it to Michelle's attention.
And Michelle said, no.
Even a follow-up email. We tried, guys.
Look, they're never saying
we got Naomi, though.
Never
so
say
good.
Yeah, Naomi's is good too. And look, we'll maybe get some more other boys from up that
Jeffrey,
side.
We want Jeffrey on. Although I don't think he's working at the moment. Hey!
Well, he's plenty of time to do it then.
Yeah.
At least I would know that Michelle O'Neill listens to Cool FM.
Michelle O'Neill listens to Cool FM. Does she?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. All right. Well, back on the radio this week. Hope you've been listening. Amy's on holiday. But anyway, listen. I went to Scotland.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the Scottish Highlands?
No. So what is the Highlands? I've heard of.
It's gorgeous.
I've watched Highlander. That is the movie where the guy cuts the heads off. That was my granny.
That wasn't really my kind of holiday.
No. You weren't with the Highlander, like the one who was worthy, holding the wee sword up and all. No. I can't remember what the Highlander was like. My granny made me watch it when I was really young, and I was like, I'm way too young to be watching the Highlander.
Yeah.
And she made me watch all 3 of them as well. It was quite strange.
Yeah.
There's 3 Highlander movies. Anyway, you're in the Scottish Highlands with the Highlander.
Got the ferry, went to London, did some shows in London at the Comedy Store.
Yes.
Flew home on a Sunday morning.
Yes.
And then that afternoon got the ferry to Cairn Ryan. and then drove from Cairnryan for 4.5 hours up to a place called Aviemore, which is about a half an hour, 40 minutes south of Inverness. Okay. It is stunning.
Yeah.
Like the mountains, the road, if you're into walking, if you're into biking, if you're into golf. We stayed in this kind of town called Aviemore, which is really nice. Never been there before. Full of tourists, obviously, and Scottish people. But one of the nights, right, we went into this pub, and it was a lovely pub. And we walked in. And when I say night now, maybe it was early enough-ish. I don't know, maybe 6, 7, something like that. It doesn't matter. Anyway.
Early evening.
Anyway, we went in. And I just said, making polite conversation to the barman, who looked like a cool barman. You know, when you got a barman, you go, this is a barman that knows what he's doing. I went up to my nice man, hey man, have you poured many Guinness today? Because I wanted to see, had the line been used much?
Right.
Because there wasn't many people in the pub.
If the line isn't being used much, is that
you don't want to be the first pint out of the keg.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Why don't you just order 5 Guinnesses in and take
No,
the
but
one?
like, it's a kind of like, if you like the taste of Guinness, sometimes you can get a bit of an off pint, but you don't want to be the first pint out of a keg. You want the line to be wet, you know?
Oh, here, I know.
Right?
What about the Guinness? Hey, it's Monday morning.
Anyway, so he said, he goes, I've poured hundreds and hundreds of pints of Guinness. I said, no, have you poured a few today? And he went, oh, yeah. I know. Oh, yeah. We know what we're doing here with the Guinness now. We know what we're doing with the Guinness. I was like, oh, cool. Chat. No, I was just trying to be polite. I was just trying to have a chat with him, like to pretend, because he obviously, where are you in Ireland? Are you from? And I was like, I'm from Cork, blah blah. So we were like just chatting away and all. I said, you poured the Guinness and if you had many through the line today and all that. He said, oh yeah, know what I'm doing. Yeah, plenty of Guinness now. Would you want the extra cold one or do you want the normal one? I said, I'll just have the normal one anyway. Gets the pint. Pours the tap, instead of tilting the glass, just puts it down like that.
That's already a bad sign.
Puts it already down like that, and then walks away. So it's just pouring in. There's no tilt. Even if you're doing a Heineken or a Coors or a Peroni,
I don't even
tilt
drink.
The glass.
I don't even drink, and I know that the tilt of the glass is key.
Fuck. This guy was going to have poured hundreds and hundreds. And what do you do there? Do you go in and say, "Excuse me, man, can you tilt the glass?" Now that's a bit of a wanky thing to do, isn't it? Like, but my point was like, there's still people out there that don't actually. Now, I'm not overly precious about Guinness. I was just kind of making conversation with him. And, but yeah, he just poured it that way. And I thought to myself, there's people out there that get really angry about that. Now, I didn't. I drank the pint and the pint was good. But my point was, I was talking to Declan this morning and he said, I'd stop him.
Yeah.
And I just think, where some people get really precious over certain small things that other people do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Is it like an Irish bar thing where like we just know?
No, I think that's also a different technique. I've saw other people saying
there's multiple techniques.
Yeah, I think there is people who specifically pour Guinness not out of laziness to just pour it straight in the glass. I think there is a different technique where you just like let it get to a certain point with it just being filled up straight, and then you tilt it, or you do it in 2 tops or something like that.
Well, see,
there's different methods.
I worked in bars. So many bars, and it was always like you tilt and you go. When I worked in my uncle's pub in County Westmeath when I was like 15, 16, he would do 2 pours. So he would pour it, leave it, top it up, just up to the Guinness, leave it again. That's 2 pours, and then he'd do the final pour, the third pour, to finish it off. So it's actually 3 goes. Sorry, it's not 2 pours, it's 3 pours to get it right. Where some people, you just put it down, leave it, and so there's. But what I'm trying to say to you is that we have a certain way of doing things. So Guinness is a very Irish drink, right? And people out there who drink it and they love it, and that's a good pint, and that's a good pint of Guinness in that pub.
Yeah.
That pub is a good. There's like little connoisseurs. So I wouldn't be a connoisseur, but I was kind of just baffled. But the man was like, I've pulled hundreds and hundreds of Guinness. We know what we're doing here with Guinness, and then he just did that. So is that the like?
Maybe
I was just like, fuck, and I thought you'll be tilting it, you'll be putting shamrocks on it for me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Salt bay in it.
You'll put a bit of salt bay, get a bit of titty out, get a bit of tit out, get a bit of fucking titty out.
Get your fucking dick out and put it in it. You know what I'm saying? That's what
so I was just like I've been to America and I saw somebody pour a pint of Guinness in America.
That would be a sad
my
sight.
God.
That'd be a sad
it was the most American pouring of a pint of Guinness I'd ever seen.
Yeah. Did he shoot you after?
Literally just poured it up to the top and then it overflowed and just put it up and just didn't even let it settle. Just there you go.
Yeah,
clearly nobody had a fucking clue what they were doing.
Yeah. They've all heard wives' tales of how to pour.
Never tasted Guinness.
I I've did Guinness 0 for the crack.
What do you think?
I thought it. Well, here's what I'll say. I don't really get it in the sense that I like my drinks to be fucking freezing cold at all times, and this was just like
your heart.
Yeah, just like my heart. I like to be freezing cold at all times, and then because it was cold but not freezing cold, and so I was like, this just feels like a tasteless, lukewarm milkshake to me. Because it had that thick consistency and it was all creamy and stuff, but it wasn't cold. I'm like, this. I just didn't get into it at all. Wasn't for me. Guinness just need to look. I think Guinness need to just improve their drink more in terms of make a drink that people can pour without having to fucking do all this technique shit and fucking, you know what I mean?
But it's all about the head, though.
I don't know. I hear you, Andrew. No, but hey, listen, you're
talking involved in that again.
Talking to the right guy.
I'm not going to be walking into that one.
Yeah.
But my point is that it's all about. But what I'm saying is there are people out there that are very precious over their pint of Guinness.
Yeah.
I'm not. But I was just baffled with your man was kind of saying, "Oh, we know Guinness here. We do Guinness here. No problem." Like, and then he just did it that way, and I went like, "Oh fuck!" Like he's obviously. Whereas I'm used to another way.
Are you precious over anything? People have certain ways they make tea, certain ways they pour their
Jesus
cereal in the morning.
Christ.
I imagine you're precious about a lot of things.
I'm precious about a lot of things.
Yeah.
So Julie, I will say this, and she won't.
What's she done wrong now?
No, she's not done anything wrong. We've had to have a conversation over the strength of the tea.
Right, okay.
She has a tendency to make weaker tea than I'm used to.
Gotcha.
And I said to her, listen, there'll be none of that now.
Yes.
There'll be none of that.
Aye,
there'll be none of that milky tea.
Aye, you know what I mean?
I says, Judy gave me a cup of tea one day, and I went to her, I said, what? I said, oh, thanks very much. And I just looked at it and I went, did you ever look at a milky cup of tea and you look at it with such disdain? You go, oh, thanks very much. You have a look at it, you go, I appreciate the effort that you took to make that cup of tea, but you look at it, you go,
it's sad.
And then she says to me, you're only drinking a little bit of the tea. And I go, yeah, because it's weak, man. I want strong tea.
So you had to have
so
a sit down.
I said it to her in a jokey way. I said, babe. I just said,
maybe your tea's not strong enough anyway.
I just said to her, like, I said, I only like a little drop of milk in the tea. Because people are like going, oh, milk and sugar. And I go, just a drop of milk, please. Mm-hmm. And then you come in, it's more than a fucking drop. It's a pour, like.
Yeah, it's.
I want a drop of milk. I don't want a pour of milk.
White milk, yeah.
Right? So I'm very precious over that. So I don't like other people making me tea.
Well, there you go. That's how you solve that problem.
My mother used to drink really strong tea. Mm-hmm. And I remember once I made her a cup of tea and it wasn't as strong as she wanted it. And I'll never forget it, right? And this was 2019. This was about maybe 8 months before she died, right? I made her a cup of tea and I went, there you go, Ma. And she was at that point now in her life, I think, where she wasn't afraid to say anything.
Yeah.
And she picked up the tea anyway. She looked to it and she went, load of shite. I just slammed it down. And I went, oh, what's wrong? And my sister started laughing and she went, Andrew, she's been your mother your whole life and you don't realise how strong she has to have tea. I was like, oh, right, sorry, man. She goes, I'm sick and tired. I can't get a good cup of tea in my own fucking house. So tea I'm very precious of.
Yeah. Parents' tea has to be like, talk about technique. When you say a drop of milk.
I mean it's a drop like.
Like you have to literally go like.
We syringe just.
Like with the fucking milk, you have literally to like. As little as you can possibly get out. They may as well not have milk in the tea.
It's just like a wee bonus.
What about you?
I don't drink tea either.
You don't do anything.
I know.
Like you don't even have emotions. Man.
I know. What?
Like you don't drink.
Nope.
You don't smoke.
Nope.
You don't do drugs.
Nope.
You don't drink tea. You don't.
No tea.
You had your first coffee on the podcast last year.
I haven't had one since.
You haven't had one since.
Yeah.
You have no relationships.
No.
You have fucking no emotional stability.
But look how happy I am.
Are you though?
I'm delighted.
Are you?
Andrew, I got 10 hours sleep last night. I feel great.
PlayStation and vibes.
PlayStation vibes.
But when you get, like, I'm fascinated with this with you. I got to sleep at about 12 o'clock. Oh, I've started watching that new Hijack from Idris Elba. I've seen it on Apple TV. Get on it.
Okay.
I'm highly recommend anyone listening to this now. Hijack, Idris Elba. It's on Apple TV.
Okay.
Please do watch it.
Okay.
Now, Aaron.
You think about me.
I want to talk to you a bit about you for a second. And you can come back to me as well.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Where are you at the moment?
Oh, great.
Where are you with your life? Has there been any movement in terms of private life here? Have you made any changes that I haven't seen about? Because you are not interested, had a vasectomy, no kid. What's going on, man? There must be what's happening?
Arn figured life out about 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. So it's just...
Really?
Andrew, I'm gay.
It won't bother me if you were.
No, you're saying that now. I wasn't saying that off the podcast. The only joking. He's very supportive of the community. I'm happy. I'm great.
But there has to be change.
Why?
Because you can't just stay the same.
But I'm not staying the same.
But when you're 50, you're going to be sitting at home now fucking playing PlayStation and drinking water out of a tin can.
Maybe. But here, if I'm happy,
I understand that, yeah.
it's all good.
Maybe I'm jealous of you.
Maybe you overthink it.
Maybe I am overthinking. Maybe it's none of my fucking business.
I think no. I think society's conditioned you a wee bit, like.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, all of us.
Well,
but I'm not married. Hold on a second. I'm not married.
I know you're not, but why are you coming at me to go, you need to change something?
No. I want to know how, do you feel a change? Sorry, maybe I've worded that wrong, but I want to say, are you feeling something coming? You've had many years of just doing everything you want to do. This year, have you kind of taught yourself, I'm progressing a bit in life, done my special, work is going good, I'm fit, I'm feeling good. Maybe there's another area of life that I want to explore.
No.
Or are you just going, no, this is it? This makes me content 100%.
Yeah. Writing, doing jokes, doing comedy,
Right.
making cool things, doing this.
Tinder.
Seeing friends. No.
Whatever.
Just whatever. Just having...
That's amazing.
I
wish I could be like you.
I feel like Aaron has to explain himself more than a young person with a disabled badge.
It's the older I get too.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? It's fascinating because he's obviously found out what he likes, whereas I'm still searching.
I've cracked the code a wee bit.
I think it's a bit of jealousy on my part.
Maybe, and there's nothing wrong with that either. Like, the thing is, I suppose I probably get jealous of people for other things too, but I just don't. We all do. We all feel. Yeah. We all look at other people's lives.
I'm just fascinated with you.
I am a bit of a science experiment.
That's what I'm pointing. Like,
yeah.
It's not off. You never meet someone like you.
No, I'm a unicorn. Like that is.
So I'm fascinated. So I just want to know where the mindset goes because I'm like, are you not going to do anything else? And it's like, no, you have it. That's just fair play to you if you figured it out.
I think the mindset is number one. I have a great fucking family and friendships, and I think that is probably the backbone of everything in my life. But the other thing is just I just think it's a bit of a not a scam, but it's a bit of an inbuilt hardwired thing that we're told. Like you need to find someone to be happy, and it's like you don't. If you can find the happiness in yourself, that's true happiness. And I think. For me, that's where I'm at. But look,
it's great.
I'm also not one of these people that are like, I'm anti this or anti that. I'm pro whatever makes anyone happy. So see if you wake up tomorrow and go, I'd love to be married to 4 women and that's going to make me happy. Cool, support you. As long as you're not hurting anyone, that's all good. If you wake up tomorrow and go, actually, I just want to be asexual. I never want to touch anyone again. Happy for you, whatever makes you happy. This idea that there's a set thing, get married, meet one person, do this, do that. Like, it's absolutely fine to be traditional and do all that. But also, if you just want to be on your own and do your own thing, more power to you if it makes you happy.
Oh, and we are in an industry where we do our own thing. I'm well used to swimming against the tide. If swimming up against the stream the wrong way against all the other fish.
That's
because, never been married, no kids,
completely
doing what I want to do. But what I'm saying is that that's why I feel I can connect with you on so many levels. But then there's other levels I go, that's just mad, man. That's just fucking mad, Aaron. But then again, you like you say yourself, you are a bit of I'm
a maverick.
You're a maverick.
Yeah.
And I think
like
people are interested in that because it's the opposite of what you...
Yeah, what a normal life
person
is.
But like I was, can I just say I was out on Saturday night, right?
Yeah.
And I went to Dundalk to see my cousin.
Oh,
we were
nice.
supposed to play golf, but it was called off because of the weather down south.
Did you go to the Spurs store?
No.
No.
We went to a couple of places in Dundalk, which was good crack. I ended up meeting up with my auntie and a few of her friends, and we were all out. Anyway, long story short, every single person I was out with had kids.
Yeah.
So there was one guy there, he had 5 kids. Same age as me, and he had 5 children.
Sean Haggerty?
No.
It could have been.
How many? Sean's got 5. Sean's got 5, yeah. Wasn't Sean. There was another guy.
Bless his wee heart.
Same age as me, he's 5 kids. He had his first kid, I think, when he was 19.
Again, that was Sean.
Yeah. Well, was Sean 18?
Maybe, he could have been younger,
Oh, well, it doesn't make a difference anyway. But
mad, though.
Oh, but see, you're like, Sean's mad, though. He's got 5. Whereas I'm looking at you in the exact same sense going, it's mad, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what's different to you is normal to them, and what's normal to me is different.
Everyone's version of normal and crazy is totally different, isn't it?
So everyone had 5 kids. So this guy had 5 kids. The next guy, Darren, lovely fella, had 3 kids. My cousin has 2 kids. There was another guy there. He had two kids. I was going to say 2.5 kids, 2 kids. Or,
2.5
or no, did he have a baby on the
New
way?
sitcom coming to
I think
Channel 4.
I think he had.
Kids.
I think he had a baby coming as well. I'm not too sure, but anyway. And they were all sitting there, right? And
So is that 3 kids? Because there's 2.5 and then the baby coming, so that's like kind of half a kid.
Yeah, well, so to say, I think his wife was pregnant. Anyway.
Okay.
But I was sitting there and I was observing the conversations that these fellas were having. And these fellas were, some of them were, good bit older than me.
Yeah.
And they're all listening. And one fella was talking about, oh yeah, my daughter this, my daughter that. She was wearing my other daughter's T-shirt there the other day, and they screaming and shouting at each other on the banisters. I was like, right. And the other one then was like going, oh, the other one, she's not fucking sleeping, man. She's getting away. No. And I'm just sitting there going, all right, okay. And then in the back of my head, I was thinking, what am I going to have for dinner tonight now? Like, exactly. And my life was so opposite.
Yep.
Of them.
Oh yeah.
They were like, oh yeah, we got to 2 weeks in Lanzarote this year. Now that's it now. We got Halloween next, and then we've got Christmas. And I was kind of saying to them, like, have any of you, I was over in Krakow recently, and they were like, no man, we can't. Once the kids are in school, we've got a set time of year when we can do stuff. Now they're all lovely fellas and all very happy and all that kind of stuff, right? But I was just sitting there going, fuck me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Like that's my thinking. And
then that to me is so far. And then some of the things you do, I'm like, fuck me. So it's just a bit mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. The kids thing especially, because that really does take over your life. Because like even when you're saying about the set times to go on holiday and they're in school and there's multiple ones of them, you got to keep on top of everything. It's like it just sounded like and like I know a lot of our comedy friends have kids too, and you're like, I don't know how they all do it. Their wives must be the best people in the world for helping them out, like, because imagine having to go out and gig it at night time and stuff. Like most gigs are like 7, 8, 9 o'clock. It's when the kids are going to bed, like, and yeah, it's just mad to think about.
People just kind of like make it work, you know.
I'll tell you this will give you a great look into where my life is at right now. The what's made me happy in the last week. I got new smart products installed in my house. So I have smart heating now. I have my smart lights installed. I have my smart blinds. So my blinds go up and down on their own. My heat goes on and off whenever I want. It's all voice controlled. It's all fucking... I don't have to leave any... I could be sitting on the sofa, open the blinds, turn the heating on, turn the lights off, and still be on the sofa.
And how are you doing it? Voice control?
All through Alexa, all through my phone as well.
Aaron, do you or do you not have like a sex mode? There you go, like Alexa.
Well, when a wee robot Butler comes in and sucks me off.
No worries. Alexa.
Hello, Mr. Butler. I am here to pleasure you.
Aaron.
Then it's just me comes out of it. Well, how are things?
It's not cheating if it's a robot.
Hey, mate.
Ew.
No, you just go Alexa sex mode and then it just like close the blinds, sticks on the Marvin Gaye.
No, because it's always in sex mode, Sean. It doesn't have to be put in sex mode.
So how does it work? So you're sitting on the sofa and you go, Alexa, close the blinds.
Yep. And the blinds in the living room just go.
So how are they? So you have to buy a particular type of blinds for that?
No, you just use a standard roller blind and it comes with a little... You buy an attachment that you stick onto the wall and the attachment grabs the cord and fucking...
Oh, fuck. This is like... We're moved into a different world now.
You come round someday and see my house and I'll show you how it all works.
And your house is spotless, isn't it?
Yeah. Your mind will be blown. You'll be like, holy fuck.
So can you go, Alexa, I want 20 degrees off the heating, is it?
Every room, I can set the temperature of every room. So if I say, make the office 12 degrees, the office is 12 degrees. If I go make the living room 20 degrees, and it's all controlled through the heating system, through my app on my phone, through voice control. It's amazing.
Do you ever...
Saves you money on heating, by the way.
Do you ever worry that it's going to turn on you?
Well, and it's going to turn the heat up in the house full blast and put me in hell, and it's going to flicker the lights on and off, give me epilepsy, and then the blinds are just going to fucking open fully wide at all times and stuff. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I don't know. Look, with the way things are going with AI, it's only.
We're all going to be out of job soon.
It's only. I know. Fuck. By the time, once it learns how to write a 10-minute set, we're fucked.
Yeah. Fucked, like.
Yeah.
But
you've no idea the joy that stuff brings to me. See, when I set that up and that's working and it's fucking... I love it so much. It's great.
So did you like run upstairs and put on... And you say, the bedroom, I want it to be 2 degrees, did you run upstairs, put on a ski outfit, and then be like, I want to sit in a room 20 degrees, and you run down? You're in 2 different climates at the same time.
Yeah, because that's what I get it for. That's what I want to experience. I want to see.
So can you, like, if you had a girl over now and she was asleep upstairs, you were watching TV downstairs,
and I want her out of the room, I'm like, turn those radiators on, get her up to 30, get her
fucking out!
Sweat her out of there.
Get her out!
And also, Alexa, order a value cab right away for
or a
10
photo
minutes.
cab, but get one of the ones without the guns.
No, get one of the ones with the guns. If you know what I mean.
See, since you said that, like, once AI is able to write a 10-minute set, we're fucked.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just imagining, like, an Amazon Alexa sitting, like, with a notepad.
On stage.
Set the stage where it's just an open mic stage. And it's just going, how about that one?
Yeah, I'm trying out new material.
I'm from West Belfast. I hate the West.
Jesus, tough crowd in tonight.
Yeah. Do we have any students in?
Is there anybody here in a relationship?
What is the deal with airline food?
Give me a cheer if you have a phone. What is going on between men and women? Eh? We are so different. So that gives you joy, new tech.
Oh, new tech. I'm such a tech nerd. That stuff, I fucking love it so much. And yeah, so I'm looking now what's going to be my things next year, because I'm not going to do any for the rest of the year, I don't think, because I've already did loads. So next year I might look into the smart home locking. So that's where your front door will open automatically because it senses your phone has the Bluetooth or NFC chip in it.
When you walk to the door.
I'll walk to the door anyway.
But when you're like, what, 20 yards
you don't have to unlock
away?
it. When you pull up beside the door,
so it's like
it just
20,
opens.
like 10 yards and it just opens.
And it just opens and then it locks whenever it knows you're 20
Do you not
yards
think
away
that
too.
that's getting a bit too much?
No. This is where we should be, Andrew.
Like, it seems to me that you're looking for a life where you don't have to move.
Well, I like movement and I like moving.
So you can, like, be in bed and then there can be a toilet potty come in. Food.
Yeah.
Somebody will just automatically appear with food where the door will automatically open.
Yeah. The robot butler.
The temperature.
Yeah.
You then move to a chair and then the bed sheets get flipped all through like an app.
Don't put ideas
and
in
then
my
you go
head.
back into bed again. It's like you're looking for the most convenient life possible.
Yes.
But the stuff that you're looking for convenience in isn't inconvenient stuff.
Oh, it's inconvenient to me.
No, but turning the heating on and doing the blinds is not inconvenient.
It's inconvenient when I'm at the computer, I'm doing work, and then I have to go downstairs to put the heating on, and then I'm like, well, that's going
but that's part of living.
It's not anymore. Not in my life, it's not.
Right. I'll give you an example. Okay. You're lying on a sofa.
Yep.
Sun's shining outside.
Right.
So you want to do the blinds.
Yeah.
Right. So what do? You get up off the sofa. What you normally would do is you'd flip the blind closes. You go back. You're back on the sofa, right?
Yeah.
You're then too cold. So you get up off the sofa again, go into the kitchen, do the thermostat, whatever it is, up to 21 degrees, whatever it is.
Many
you go back in, you sit down again. Yeah. That is called, to me, just living. It's just living.
Sounds awful to me.
So why do you need to sit? Like, the movement is good for you as well. The body movement.
I mean,
when you're up, you might get a cup of tea, you might get a little chocolate bar, you might,
That's just adding calories onto my diet now, so the movement is wasted. I've just moved and now I've added all that on. I would say here's the thing. Number one, I enjoy tech too much. Number two, I've watched too many Avengers movies where Iron Man has all the automatic control stuff, and I think that looks class. I want that. Number three, I like the convenience of it. I enjoy there's just something. See, when you're in the house relaxing, you're on the sofa, and you're in a comfy position, your arse is in a nice wee groove and all, and you don't when you don't have to move, and you can just ask
your
things.
Your arse is in a nice wee groove.
Yeah, my arse is in a nice wee groove. No,
what's your arse? What's an arse? You're sitting on the sofa and your arse is in a nice wee groove. What's that?
Do you know, like, when you get comfy on a seat and your arse is just sitting nice on the seat and it's all embedded and all on, and like you've just found that your back position's all good, your spine's aligned, you're like, oh, this fucking is it. And I have a nice recliner chair, so I'm just lying back. I don't want. That's it. Do you know what it is? I blame the recliner chair because I can't just get up at the recliner chair. I have to go, and then I have to go do it, and then I have to go.
You're not like a 60-year-old man.
I will be soon.
But I think that's too much, man.
Here's the thing. See,
I think it's too much.
See, if you come round to my house within 2 minutes of seeing it, you'd be like, I get it now. I get it.
Don't get me wrong. Like,
you'd go, I want it.
I understand.
The machines are taking over, Andrew. Just embrace them. You know
No,
what I mean?
I'm not resisting the machines. I'm resisting some areas of it, what I think is a bit ridiculous. So, how much? Can I ask you? How much of that blind that attachment that you got for your blind? How much did that cost you?
They cost 70 quid for the attachment, and then I have to pay 30 quid for the hub. I bought 3 of them because I did the bedroom blinds as well. So
you did the bedroom blind? Oh,
so about
for fuck's sake.
230.
So you spent 230 quid to save yourself a few seconds from jumping up off the sofa to turn to close the blind.
Tell you what would make it worth it. Is there a timer on it?
Here's what I was about to say, Sean. Sean, thank you very much, Sean, for interrupting there, because I'm about to just slam dunk this court guy right here. Here's say you were on holiday there last week. Say you're from especially your neighborhood on that time of year. Say you wanted your house to feel a little bit more safe, secure. My blinds can open and close at automatic times. So I can say at 8 in the morning, you open every day. At 8 o'clock at night, you close every day.
Well,
that's pretty good.
Right. Well, what we used to do as a kid was we would go into our neighbours and we give them the key and say, we're away for 2 weeks. Can you go in and do the light?
No, Andres isn't Southern Ireland.
Right. Hold on.
This is Northern Ireland.
Hold on a second. I understand that, and I will give you that one. I will give you that one. But you spent 230 quid.
Yeah.
On devices to close your blinds.
You're losing money if you don't have it, Andrew, is what I would say.
How the fuck am I losing money if I don't have it?
Andrew, it's an investment in the house.
How
sell that house and you go, here, smart blind. That's
no, but you're going to take the attachment with you, aren't you?
I'll not tell them that, though. I'll just fucking pretend I'm giving them it. And then I'll just change the passcode on Alexa and all, and they'll be like, what the fuck? The smart heating is, you can't bring that with you. That's installed into the boiler. Like, that's really...
So how much did that cost you?
That cost for the parts. Now, keep in mind, smart heating saves you money because it heats the house more efficiently. Okay. You don't have to heat every room. It turns all radiators off and blah blah blah. Buzzing. You love saving money. This is about saving heating.
Yeah, but
you got to sometimes spend money to save money, Andrew. It costs. Now the main unit only costs 180, right? But the radiator valves that help you control the temperature in every room, they cost like 70 quid each, and I bought 7 of those.
So we're looking at the bones of 500 quid here.
Oh, about 500-600, yeah.
Right, but that will take you 2 years to make that money back based on gas energy output.
Look, I'll be living there for more than 2 years, so it's well worth it.
Well, I don't think I'm going to be living in my house in 2 years, you see.
Yeah. You don't get it then. That's fine. Yeah. Where are you going? You're going to go back to Cork?
Does that add value to the house, though?
Does it?
I think it does.
You get it back, yeah?
I'd say so.
That's something you would get back. Is that okay? I'll look into that in my next property.
Yeah.
So I'm at a point in my life now where I'm thinking about making a change.
Okay. Gender. You can, but no.
Do you remember Norm MacDonald's in the cafe with Jerry Seinfeld, and she goes, the copper went out to visit the woman, she died, and she came home. She goes, oh, she was a lovely girl. She was a lovely girl, was she? Apple of your eye, 12th of July. She was a whore. She was a hooker. Did you ever see that?
I do. You showed me that before.
Yeah, I don't know why that's come into my head.
Anywho,
I'm thinking about moving house. Anyway, I'm thinking about moving. Yeah. Going elsewhere.
Where's your next?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a tough choice to make, isn't it? Like,
and I think.
Do you ever think because as you get older and stuff like that, do you not go like the next one kind of has to be the finale? No, you're still
finale.
Well, like just like
are you telling me I'm at the finale of my life?
You're getting there. You're
not at the finale of my life.
You're Usain Bolt getting to the finish line, big man.
I am thinking about possibly moving to either the countryside, or even in 2 years' time straight back to Cork.
Yeah. Well.
Now, considering I work here and I'm obviously do the radio and stuff like that, but
but who knows what happens?
Who knows what will happen within years? But
I
think ultimately I do kind of see myself in Cork.
Yeah.
And I was actually Googling house prices in Cork there recently, and I was like, fuck, I need some sort of recession or something.
Well, yeah,
I need a war.
You need to win. Yeah.
I need Russia to invade Cork so that house prices are reduced.
Yeah, I think that's on Putin.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm a single income household.
Once he gets Ukraine, he's coming straight for Cork.
Like, he needs to come to Cork.
Yeah. You said he's on tour.
You need one, missile just to land in Clonakilty.
All I want
then you're going
is-
around just going like, oh look, fire damage.
60% reduction in the cost of the property. That's all I'm looking for to get home.
Jesus.
But I'm priced out of my own country, you know.
Yeah, fucking.
Like it's fucked up. Like
it's-
it really, really pisses me off.
Yeah.
That I'm priced out of my own country. Like, and the fact that I earn sterling,
Me too.
and therefore I can't even get a euro mortgage down south. They do some cross-border mortgages, but I've looked into it, and they're like, no. No, it may have changed from 2 years ago when I last looked into it. It may be different now, but
Probably
I don't think
worse.
myself, like, if I sell my house in Belfast and then I was like, right, I'm going to convert that money into euro, and I go down to Cork and I go, oh, hello, but Mr. Bank, I have this amount of money. I want to get a mortgage. You go, oh, show me your job contract. Oh, I'm self-employed for the last 14 years. Okay, show me your tax. Oh, they're UK. We're not accepting them. I said, yeah, but I thought Ireland was like a global economy where people you could be living in Cork now. You could be working for a Canadian tech firm, right?
Yeah.
And they pay you in Canadian dollars on Revolut every fucking month, and you convert that from Canadian dollars into euro, and you go about your normal daily life in Cork, paying your bills with your Revolut euro account, and you just convert your money. They won't accept the Canadian dollars as fucking income because it's not coming in as euros.
Mad.
Like, it's a load of bollocks. Like.
Yeah, it is a load of bollocks.
And we're a global economy, and like, you know, all this kind of stuff. They can't even accept. Oh, there are people. You can live in one country and work for a company in another country.
yeah.
Like, that's not. It's very normal.
You can work for one company and also get money from Renault. It's mad. It's
mad, isn't it?
It's just
Mad,
mad.
isn't
It's
it?
mad how it
Fucking
all
mad,
works.
isn't it?
I don't know the way it all works.
Yeah. Did you hear? So did you hear, guys? This. Did you know? I want to talk about this. Did you hear about Marty Morrissey?
Who's Marty
Yeah.
Morrissey?
So Marty Morrissey is like the GAA kind of guy. He's been around for years.
Okay.
Been a big personality in
Okay.
GAA. Does the commentary.
Yeah.
Does a lot of hosting. Absolutely, like, household name.
yeah.
Very popular.
Very, very popular. And a decent fella. But during the Oireachtas committee, apparently a member of our RTE presenting team was given a car by Renault, like, I think, say 5 years ago. And they just didn't hand the car back. And they drove the car for like 5 years. And the next sitting of the Oireachtas, they confirmed that the TV presenter has handed the car back. And they went, oh, when did you hand the car back? Oh, yesterday. So basically he was caught. He was given a car for free, basically, under RT's sponsorship deal which kind of like, maybe he shouldn't have done it. So he released a statement, said, oh, it was an error of judgment, right? Somebody rang into Joe Duffy show. They're like, Marty Morrissey, oh, there's no loyalty with this guy, you know, like, he drives a Renault for 4 or 5 years, and he hands it back, and he went off. There's no loyalty with him, and all, he went off and he bought a Toyota. Why didn't he buy another Renault? Like, where's the loyalty? Like,
That's because the fucking Renault wasn't for free. That's why.
can I just say,
That they were just like, oh no, not Marty.
no, yeah, everyone's like, oh no, it's like, you know, with the BBC issue, you know, with the Hugh Edwards thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were
yeah.
people were literally going, oh, please don't be him, please don't be him, please don't be him.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, it's him. Oh, it's not too bad. Like, this is fucked up, that world that we're living in. Like,
Yeah, but then that's what the whole thing's coming out that he didn't really do anything illegal.
was he buying pictures on OnlyFans? Is that what the thing was?
I think he bought a picture from someone who was maybe 18, 19. I think the way it's
17.
see, I
That's
honestly,
still not.
I think
I'm
that's-
not saying you do it, but it's not illegal.
Yeah, I think whatever way it's
No,
worked.
it's weird, but it's not illegal.
Yeah, whatever way it's worked out is that he didn't do anything illegal, but it is just a bad look. Which
It's a bad look.
Which fair enough. It's all sort of fucked up at the minute. Everything's fucked up, and you got that. You got the writers' strike in America. Actors are on strike. No TV shows. I hope you like your show Hijack. It's not coming back for a while. I'll tell you that much. It's madness. I'm on writer's strike.
What do you think? You know, when you see a scandal,
From new material.
when you see a scandal like this kind of stuff. So, like,
Yeah.
if you take the two scandals, like the RTE scandal and the BBC, right?
Yeah.
BBC seems to be like the UK.
BBC are used to scandals by now, for
Yeah,
fuck's
but
sake.
the BBC, like the UK, is fucking riddled at the moment.
With
So
scandal?
toxic, like.
What other scandals are
Like
in the UK?
everything over there, their politics.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrendous. Right?
Wimbledon.
The way people are speaking to each other.
Yeah.
It's vile, right?
Yeah.
Now, we have a massive scandal here down in Dublin. Basically, RTE. Big scandal. One of the biggest scandals in the last probably since the
Oh.
biggest thing I would say.
Huge.
Now, I'm not comparing them like for like. I'm just saying in terms of news and
Since
how everyone's
9/11.
talking about it. Either 9/11 or the economy crash.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to go on a bit of a limb here. I'm going to go on a little bit of a limb here, and I kind of feel sorry for Ryan Tubridy.
You're on the wrong side of history, Ran.
No, listen to me. Just listen to me for a second.
I'm joking.
Ryan Tubridy is a TV presenter and a radio guy, right? He went to RTE. He is an agent. That agent goes in, and their agent's job is to negotiate the best possible deal. He goes in, he gets a salary, right? And he agrees that. On the side, he got offered a sponsorship deal with Renault for 75 grand or something like that per appearance or whatever that is, right? So he used to do 5 or 6 appearances, say something like that, right? But the agent got RTE to underwrite the deal.
Yes.
Okay? So basically they're saying, right, if Renault pull out of sponsorship over the next 3 or 4 years and they're not sponsoring RTE, this money's guaranteed to Ryan either way. Okay? But RTE never declared that Ryan was getting this extra income from a private sponsorship deal.
Yeah.
But Ryan was saying, like, they were underwriting it. That doesn't mean they were going to pay it. It was Renault that was still going to pay it. Do you see what I mean?
But he was saying they were paying it in advertising credits. Wasn't that the whole thing?
Was that what
That was the whole thing was, listen, you give Ryan Tubridy 75 grand a year, or we'll give Ryan Tubridy 75 grand a year and you'll get...
But I didn't know that now if it was advertising credits now. If that would kind of change. So they're using RT. Well, then that changes it for me. I didn't think it was.
That was the whole thing. The whole thing was...
Oh, I'm going wrong here now.
I need to rewatch it, but basically it was... Yeah. The Renault paid... Or RT paid on behalf of Renault, essentially.
Yeah, but Renault were going to pay RTE by using advertising. Is that what you're trying to say? Is that what
Something like that, yeah. There was some sort of advertising deal worked out between them where Renault wouldn't pay the money. RT would pay the money for Renault, and in exchange Renault would get something in return. Like, and it would be an advertising thing. I remember watching the interview, or not the interview, what was it called? The court thing.
Well, as far as I was concerned, he got a deal with Renault, and Renault were paying him. But if the deal fell through or Renault pulled out of sponsorship, RT had to pay the money.
Basically,
but as far as I'm concerned, my understanding of this, and I could be wrong here now, and I might need to double check this, but is that because of COVID, some of the events didn't go ahead. Ryan Tubridy owes Renault like 4 events, which he said he's happy to honour to do, etc., etc. But it was just to protect Ryan that he was going to get this income.
Yeah.
If Renault didn't want to do the events going forward, and RT were like, okay, well, Renault are a big sponsor of RT. Ryan, we want you to work closely with Renault. So, you know what? We'll underwrite it if something goes wrong because we want to keep up this relationship, this commercial relationship. So Ryan's like, I'll do the work. I want to be guaranteed the money. And they're like, yeah, we think we're going to have a relationship with Renault for a long time anyway. So we don't think there's much of a risk to RT having to pay you. That's what I thought that was.
Yeah.
But if there was something else with advertising with them, maybe. But people going on about, he earns too much money. I'm like, bollocks. You get what you can get.
Well, look, we
and
are
that's
all...
basically it.
Yeah.
There's a newsreader in England, Hugh Edwards, earns $500,000 for reading the fucking news.
Look at Nolan.
Like Nolan, yeah. You get, every single person...
5th highest paid guy.
Every single person goes and works somewhere. You're going to try and get the best possible salary you can possibly get. Whether you work... So
Absolutely.
I don't pay too much or any attention to people's salaries. They get what they fucking fight for. Like you would fight for your wage.
Yeah, 100%.
If we were to do
just
a gig
on a different scale. All of this is on a different scale.
Yeah, totally. I think, look, what basically RT has did a massive fuck up here.
Oh, they fucked completely. Oh, shocking.
Massive fuck. And look, Ryan and his manager haven't did great either. But
I'm not saying, like, I feel sorry for Ryan Tubridy in terms of his salary. Like, his basic salary, he should be able to, like, if they turn around to him and said, look, we can only offer you 200 grand, he'd be like, well, I'll still say, but he just fought for the highest amount of money he could get.
Yeah.
Which is kind of normal. Now, the underwriting of the Renault deal is a little bit different, but I can kind of see how it was underwritten. I once got booked for a load of events in the UK, and my agent negotiated that I get paid for all the events up front, which I did. Now, all the events went ahead and everything was fine.
Yeah.
There wasn't any issues and stuff like that. But it actually is quite common to negotiate payment in advance for certain events.
Yeah.
It is, though.
Oh, no, absolutely is. And look, I don't think Ryan's salary is the big issue in any of it. I think just the way they all went about it is the
But it's
issue.
how RT
how they didn't declare it properly,
Yeah.
how it's all very underhanded looking, and unfortunately for Ryan, he is at the center of it because it is him. And you know, as much as he look, for all we know, it could be his manager, and he could have just went, "Yeah, sounds good to me. No worries, fine. You go ahead with it. I trust you, or whatever." Could have been something like that, and he's now found himself in this unfortunate situation. But you know, it was thrilling TV to watch.
Oh, did you see when they asked the Ryan Tuberty's agent, Noel Furlong, he said, "Oh, what was your previous jobs before you were?"
Cadbury?
He goes, "Oh yeah, I did this, and then I spent I spent 10 years as sales for Cadbury's," and then your man went, "Cadbury's, yeah. What were you selling?" And he went, "Chocolate."
Like, yeah, that was the most bizarre thing ever. Like.
That's the most Irish fucking committee thing ever. Like,
But yeah. Why even like fucking? What did he think he was going to sell? We were doing
We're selling
fucking
Cadbury's.
timeshares.
Chocolate, like.
We were doing timeshares on the side.
No, but like I do. I like I mean, some of the people in RT, some of them are they're fucking gangsters. Some of them, like they taking all the hubbies to the gigs. The $5 grand,
the
flip-flops.
Wow.
I mean, it's a fucking piss take.
Yeah, that stuff is actually
bad.
Is fucking
Is worse, I think, than the salary.
Yeah, me too. Like fucking all that stuff being exposed. Like
Ryan Tuberty getting paid $75 grand to do an event.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Michael McIntyre, John Bishop are getting 50-60 grand to do 20 minutes at an event in London, and no one's fucking giving a shit. But it's public money. It's public. Yes, it is kind of like subsidised.
Oh, yeah, it is.
But can I just say that down south, the TV licence fee, not all that money goes to RTE. That is shared between
else
independent film as well.
Oh, really?
So people think like, oh, I'm paying €140 a year to RTE. You're not. It's not all going to RTE.
Yeah.
So
what a percent is.
it's a percent going. So, but anyway, my point is that I do kind of feel for Ryan because he should get the maximum salary that he can negotiate, and you get what people are willing to pay. Same in football, same in sport to do a job. His job's in the public eye.
Yeah.
The RTE payments that are underwritten with Renault do kind of. I can see why it happened, but it was completely wrong. But then again, he has agreed a fee to do certain events. He owes them loads of events. He thinks Renault are just paying him. But then there was a different names had to be put on different invoices and stuff. So, but in terms of his salary, I feel a bit sorry for him. In terms of the other stuff, I think RTE are fucking shambles in terms of the Renault kind of stuff. But it's a tricky one. I'll probably get killed for that. Like, but I think Ryan Tuberty's a really good broadcaster.
Oh, he is, look, great at his job, and what else have you? I tell you what, he'd make a fucking hell of a politician. Some of those answers he was given, whenever they were answering, he was going, "Look, I do charity work." he's all like, "I think we're forgetting here about the greats. I love the kids, guys. It's all about the kids." You're like, just fucking answer much you get paid, you fucking idiot.
Do you know what I find really sad? Some of these TDs and politicians that are interviewing them, you should see some of their fucking salaries and their fucking expenses.
Look, it's fucking...
I'm not defending.
No, you're right.
But what I'm trying to say to you is like, you look at some of those TDs and people question them, like, and you go, "Yeah, show me your fucking expenses."
Just shows you.
You're claiming fucking all this shit for a second house, maybe up in Dublin or an apartment.
Yeah.
Like, go fuck yourselves. Like,
yeah, fucking see him up here. Like, but like, look, fucking money is the root of
we're
all evil.
all corrupt.
We're all corrupt.
We are all corrupt. Like people say, like, remember when Jimmy Carr did that tax thing years ago?
Yeah.
Now, listen. Whatever you think, whatever, he sorted it out, blah, 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 right? But if you sit and go, it's a disgrace that he does, but you go to any single person who is self-employed in here and you fucking telling me you haven't fucking done something with your accounts.
Well, you have. I haven't.
Speak for yourself.
Are you fucking telling me?
Mr.
Here?
Continuity haircuts here.
Are you fucking telling me that you haven't fucking, like, I'll put in an extra couple of miles for that trip there. I'll claim an extra coffee here. Go fuck yourselves. We're all on the take.
Yeah. Roller blinds, smart roller blinds. I needed those.
Yeah, you
writing.
need them to. You need to have the correct lighting when you're writing.
Right, it's 100%. You know what I mean? Correct heating.
People need to just chill out.
That's the whole thing at the minute with that writer strike in America. Like, it's about the money too, because you've got the big CEOs of the studios making like 400 million, and they're like, "We're getting paid fuck all to write your scripts."
But then again, like RTE again. It's spending $5 on flip flops, and then they're going around laying staff off.
It's
like,
wild. It's
so
wild.
that whole management board of RTE obviously will go, right? And a whole new team, an interim management team will come in.
Yeah.
Steady the ship.
Yeah.
Get this all sorted.
We'll get Paddy Keatley on there late, and he'll fix everything.
Do you know what I kind of feel for Paddy now? Like,
exactly.
Do you know what would be great? His first episode doesn't mention it. Just don't mention it.
Yeah.
Because it's his night, like. Don't mention it. Just don't mention it. And in the second episode, just go, okay, we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
But the first episode should be just,
Fun.
all right, bit of crack.
Yeah.
We're moving forward.
Yeah.
Let them deal with what's happened in the past. You know?
I'm actually genuinely excited to see his first episode. Like,
I think he'd be great. I think Patrick Keelty would be absolutely fantastic host.
I really
The
do.
first episode should show you him showing up to the studio in a Renault.
If you're listening, Paddy, that's your opener.
Do you know what the most and Marty Marcy just tumbling a lift outside the fucking RTE studio. Do you know what? He's pulling up in Marty's old car.
The license plate red and all leads Marty.
Right on. Do you know what I mean? Oh, it'd be so funny if Keelty did that. Like,
but here, imagine the outrage from people if he actually did do that. I can't believe he's making a joke. He's from the north, blah blah blah. That's what he'll get on the phone.
Do you know? I heard some people say that Patrick Keelty shouldn't be the host of the Late Show because he doesn't live in Ireland.
That's funny, isn't it? Like,
and you just like, ugh,
I know,
what a disgusting
thing
to say. Like,
I know.
Imagine being that way inclined as a human being. That the first thing you look at for anyone's qualification for a job is their birthplace.
Ugh. That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just toxic. These toxic fucking people.
Yeah, we're living in a
nasty, vile, bastard people. Like, you know. But anyway, listen.
Free Ryan Tuberty. That's what I say.
Free Tuberty. Give him a pay rise. Give him a fucking pay rise.
Give him a Renault, a pay rise. Give him the works.
Give him a pay rise.
We'll have you on as a guest, Ryan. If you're give him a what?
A Peugeot.
No, he's not.
What would happen to him? So if he doesn't go back on the radio, he'd probably go away. He'd probably write books. I think. He'll just become an author.
I remember seeing he was having meetings over in the UK.
Doing what though?
TV work
this
in
morning.
the UK.
I think he'd do this morning.
He could.
Why take it over from Philip Schofield? Right, Tuberty, take it over from Philip Schofield.
Why would he become an author? Let's go to
You're right.
Well, he might be he might be leaving. He might be because he's into books. He's writing books and stuff.
He will find something.
But like he's just like and like the thing is, I think Irish people are caught on to know like this is the organisation of RTE are at fault here. You man's just going off trying to get the best money you can get.
Yeah,
he should host Top Gear.
Top Gear. He's the fastest lap on a Renault. It's just Marty Morrissey running around.
I think he's going to be in the new Fast and the Furious movie.
But anyway, it's a very funny. The last big scandal in Ireland, which I'm reading about now, it's called Champagne Football. It's the story of the Football Association of Ireland. And if there's anybody out there who wants to read about a good Irish scandal, right? We're very good at scandals.
Yeah.
We are fucking brilliant at scandals. The FAI, the first 3 or 4 pages of the Champagne Football book, John Delaney's stewardship of Irish football was, he had his 50th birthday party in a big hotel, and the party cost €50,000 for his birthday party. And he paid €30,000, and the Football Association of Ireland paid the other 20,000. And where do they get a percentage of their money? Well, quite a lot of their money from the taxpayer.
Oh yeah.
The whole fucking system is corrupt.
Isn't it funny?
They tried to relocate AFC Wimbledon to Dublin at one stage in the 90s, yeah. So see, before AFC Wimbledon went to
MK Dons.
Milton Keynes, the original plan was for them to become like the Dublin Dons.
Wow.
So
I'm playing the Premier League.
I'm playing the Premier League.
So we would have a Premier League game every
it
second
was when
weekend.
like Irish football was like at its height, you know, like with the Irish national team doing so well. So like it was football mania over here. So then they tried to capitalize on that by like, you know,
That is the most Irish thing ever.
yeah, these like this like team that's like struggling financially, you know, like a conglomerate, including Delaney and stuff.
Yeah.
They all like were trying to bat, but it was just like the FA were like blocking it. They wouldn't let it happen.
It's fucking mad, man.
It's funny to me how the FAI stands for Football
Association of Ireland,
but then we have the IFA, which stands for the Irish Football Association,
Association,
which is what I would assume the Southern one would be called.
Yeah,
It's so fucking weird.
I think you got there ahead of us.
What do you mean? Oh,
You
yeah.
probably
yeah.
got there ahead of us.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We were no, we definitely didn't. You must have become. Well, I don't know.
No,
maybe.
the Irish Football Association was formed first, I think.
But then why didn't they call it the Northern Irish Football Association? That always is weird to me.
Because I think there was more like All Ireland like sort of competition.
And what's mad is the people who
So
support the IFA the most are fucking people from the other side of the community, like, you know.
Yeah.
And they're like, yes, the Irish Football Association. You're like, oh, that's the Irish, is it? The
because
fucking
like the
Irish.
Irish Cup, you know, like the FA Cup in Northern Ireland is called the Irish Cup.
Yeah.
Because it was an All Ireland trophy, but nah, it's just the Northern Irish trophy.
It's so funny, like.
I believe
The word's weird.
I hope I'm not talking shit there, but I think it's...
No, I think there is.
No, it's called the Irish Cup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 We'll be playing it soon with our football skills. Did you see us against Yapstam?
Oh, yeah, Stam. He's still out on the pitch.
He's still in the Royal.
He's still tracking.
Trying to
He's
get
still,
his-
he's still trying to catch me.
How uncanny is it that Yapstam was the name that you guys mentioned in that podcast?
I
in
know.
Hollywood?
You've no idea the joy. See, when I sent him that clip originally, I
loved it. I loved
I
it.
was just so happy. See, when I seen Yapstam was playing, I was like, did I say that in a podcast? And then I was like, yes.
Anyways,
Great times.
Great times. Listen, everyone, Cork and North, thanks very much. Please do sign up to the Patreon, subscribe to the YouTube.
No
buy
dodgy
some
stuff
merch-
happening there.
Buy some merch.
We declare everything.
And yeah, thank you so much. And we do appreciate everybody there. And yeah, so see you all again.
Shout out to Reno.
Oh, Marty.
Up Marty.